Got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. 3 things rappers need to stop doing in 2020. This is a public service announcement, but I'm not just going to be negative or condescending. I'm going to give you 3 things they need to stop doing and 3 things they need to start doing. So, I got to drop that intro one time.
I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Ooh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Ooh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
King's Dream Energy.
What's going on? It's Ruslan with KingsDreamENT.com. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire you to live out God's dream for your life. That looks in many different facets, many different ways, many different things. We cover everything from faith to music marketing, music reviews, finances, fitness, all kinds of stuff. And I wanted to make a public service announcement. This is really an announcement of service for rappers, for fans of rappers, for creatives, for different people who are participating in hip hop online to serve you guys, to really serve you guys, to make the online experience more pleasurable for everybody. Okay, so my name is Ruslan. I'm a hip hop artist, creative entrepreneur with KingsDreamENT.com. I have been a full-time hip hop artist for the past 5 years. I quit my job in 2015. I've been grossing 6 figures ever since. Prior to that, I was already profitable doing music, but it was about 2015 when I finally took the plunge, jumped out the window, and I've been full-time for 5 years. My wife doesn't work a job. We live in Southern California, and now I'm starting to branch off into the YouTube space, the Patreon space, a couple other businesses that I'm working on, and it's been dope. It's been super cool, and so I'm really here with the heart to get you guys to make some better online choices. So hopefully this video is helpful. Hopefully it adds value. If you are watching this live, if you're watching a replay, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know where you're watching this from, and let me know what you do. Are you a rapper? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a creative designer, producer? I think a lot of these principles apply to a lot of different people. I think I speak to a lot of rappers on this channel, so I wanted to do my very best to add as much value to you guys as possible. Now, let's just jump right into it, okay? 3 things rappers need to stop doing in 2020, especially in a CHH space. Especially in a CHH space, because I think there are some things that just aren't very helpful in the CHH space. Sometimes that kind of bleed through, and I wanted to address those real quick. So we're going to get right into it. The first one you need to stop doing out the grip. Cut this out. Stop trying to network and collaborate only with artists who are vertical than you, vertically networking, trying to go after the big feature, trying to go after the big collab, trying to build relationships with artists that are only more popping than you. Cut that out. It's not going to necessarily work. The bigger the platform, the bigger the responsibility, the more things that this artist has going on. There's so many different things. And so stop trying to just network with people that are more established than you are. It's not going to go well for you. It's not going to be beneficial for you necessarily. And if you're trying to get a feature, you're trying to get a collaboration, they're probably going to charge you money. That's just the way it goes. So if you have 1,000 followers, don't expect the guy with 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers to be the guy you connect with and build a relationship with over Instagram DM, right? Now, Instagram DM is a great resource. And so a lot of this is going to be talking about that. It's going to be talking about how to directly connect with people over Instagram, right? So I didn't have this coming up. I had to do it the old school way of going out and building relationships. You guys kind of have an advantage now. So Number one, stop trying to just vertically network with people who are already popping, already successful. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, this is in my daggone Instagram bio, and I am honestly disappointed that I still have to explain this to people. I'm going to pull up my bio right here on Instagram. Okay. There we are. Okay. Instagram, just cracked 25,000. You should be following me on Instagram if you aren't. Artist, entrepreneur, King's Dream. Look, the second thing I got, the second thing in my daggone Instagram bio, what does that say? Don't DM me your music. Don't do it. Instead, a little thing says go here with little sign that sends people to my Patreon community. If you don't know, I listen to music every Friday night called Fan Love Friday for Patreon. Literally says don't DM me your music. Right here. It says it. It says it. It says it. You know what happens every day? Can you guess what happens every day? Somebody want to take a guess what happens every day? What do you think happens every day? I get DM'd music every single day. I just said in my bio to not DM me your music. I don't want to hear your music. Why don't I want to hear your music? Because I got a whole live weekly YouTube stream through my Patreon community where all I do is review and listen to your music, but yet some of you bozos keep sending me your music. I'm talking, this is a daily occurrence. Okay, so if you're doing this to me and I only got 25,000 followers, I'm not that popping. I'm not that popping. I could imagine what Lecrae's DMs look like, what Andy's DMs look like. This is what's happening. You guys, you slide into someone's DMs and you're like a dude that's never talked to a pretty girl. You're just going right in for the kill, right in for the ask. Establish some credibility. Establish a rapport. Get to know the person. Most guys aren't hitting you back with DMs. So to just slide into someone's DMs and to just assume that you're entitled to anybody's attention is terrible. It's just a terrible world view to experience life through. Stop it. Stop assuming that you're entitled to anybody's attention. But just sending just a link. You know what happens when I just see a link? Just a link. Bam, just link. Boom, delete. I won't even, right? And then sometimes if somebody's trying to kind of have a conversation, I just refer them to my Patreon. I say, hey, by the way, bro, I do this every Friday night. It's called Fan Love Friday. This is where you can get your music heard. You should do it. And some of them are like, oh, you don't want to do it. I don't have $7 to pay to get my music heard or whatever, right? So guess what? That's how it goes. So stop DMing people your daggone music. Establish some rapport, establish some credibility. And the deeper issue, why are you entitled to think that anybody owes you anything? Why are you entitled to people's attention? People are busy. People got lives. People got families. People got businesses they're running. Employees, teams. Why? Huh? Why? So stop that. And the third thing, and again, this is a public service announcement. Everybody who's watching this, even if you're not a rapper, I'm trying to make your online experience better. Because if this is happening to me, I'm assuming people are just DM, check out my song, bro. Check out my song, bro. And then you're like, what? Because they're using some bot because you follow a CHH artist and they're a CHH artist. They're just going through and spamming everybody with the, check out my link, bro. Check out my song. Like, that stuff is not effective. Cut it out. Stop DMing people your music. That's the second one. The third one is similar. Okay. And I'm going to get to the solutions here in a second. So stick around. But the third one is similar. You know what the third one is? Stop tagging people with your music. Stop tagging me in IG posts that got nothing to do with me. Why am I tagged in some random post of a screen grab of your music video? Why? Why me? And it's always me and freaking Lecrae and Bizzle and Derek Minor and like 5 other CHH artists. Why are we tagged in? Fam, if I'm not in a photo, I don't want to be tagged in it. How about that? If we're not friends and you're trying to point out something, I don't want to be tagged in it. Why are you doing that? And if you're doing this to me, you're probably doing it to other people and you're coming off spammy and it's hurting you. It's hurting you. You guys are so blind to understand that this stuff is hurting you. It's hurting you. Stop it. Stop it. So, number one, stop trying to just network with people that are already established or more popping, got bigger followings, whatever. Number two, stop DMing people your music. It's not going to work. Very unlikely. Stop thinking that your only freaking shot is to send somebody your daggone link. Try to add value. Try to add value. Go read Gary Vee's Jab Jab Right Hook. Try to figure out what you could do for the person. If you can't do nothing for the person, don't ask. Don't ask. Okay? This isn't freaking 7th grade ask girl out to the dance vibes. Cut that junk out. Okay? Third, stop tagging people in the music that have nothing to do with the music. It's not helpful. It's not beneficial. You are looking like a bozo and you're spamming people. And we remember that stuff, by the way. And if you meet, we're gonna remember the weirdo Instagram interactions. It's just stop, okay? Stop it. Now, some of y'all are doing it in the comment section. I'm looking at the daggone live chat. Some of y'all, yeah, but I did it. Okay. Small chance someone replies. By and large, you look like a bozo. Cut it out. I'm going to give you 3 tips, 3 ways on things you should be doing. Here are 3 things that you should be doing. Okay, pay attention. Might want to take notes. Number 1, collaborate with your peers. Collaborate with your peers. I stand to benefit way more doing a song with someone that has 25,000 Instagram followers, which is where I'm at, or let's just say 15 to 30,000 or whatever, like in that ballpark. I stand to benefit way more, real followers with real engagement and real likes, right? Because that person isn't going to be high and mighty, and they're going to see that I have an audience. And if the song is fire, we're going to be more likely to cross-promote our audiences and benefit off of each other. And the best way you could finesse this, I talk about it all the time, primary artist collaborations. Both of you guys are listed as primary artists, and you're both cross-pollinating and pushing a pre-save campaign on Spotify. Cross-pollinate, right? This is how you cross-promote. So you have 1,000 Instagram followers. There's tons of rappers that have 1,000 followers that are fire. There's tons of rappers that have 5,000 followers that are fire. There's tons of rappers that have 500 followers that are fire. If you don't believe me, watch my freaking live stream from yesterday and listen to the amount of heat that was on a live stream yesterday from a bunch of rappers you probably never heard of, but they're freaking fire. Go reach out to those people. Go collaborate to those people. Go figure out if you can network and connect with those people. That's going to be your best bet. That's going to be a way better option than DMing somebody that has thousands of people in their DMs. Okay. Boom. Number 2. Okay. Collaborate with your peers. Number two. And by the way, if you're going to reach out for the feature, this is just a bonus tip. If you're going to reach out for the feature and you want a poppin' artist to hop on a record with you, man, have that bread ready. Don't reach out for something 3 months from now. Don't nobody want to wait on you. Unprepared self. Yeah, I'll do the record. How much is it going to cost? It's going to cost $1,000. Yeah, can we do it in June? No, we can't do it in June. No. We do it this week or we don't do it. Don't ask. Don't do that. Y'all do that all the time. It's whack. You look suspect. You look unprofessional. It's not a good look. Reach out. If you want to pay for features, nothing wrong with paying for features. They could be very beneficial if you could actually develop a real relationship from it. It's happened. It's happened to me. Collaborated with artists. They become my friends. Good stuff. Happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it's very transactional. If you don't want to be the guy that's not taken seriously, don't reach out to people who offer features, not have the bread ready, not have the song ready. You look like a bozo. Don't look like a bozo. 2020, I don't want any of y'all to look like bozos. Okay, so that's free. That's extra. Okay. Number 2, start learning about branding, marketing, and sales. They're different. They're all different. Okay? They're all different. Okay. Branding is about your story and your brand. Okay? Who are you? What are you into? What are the color aesthetics? What's your logo? Right? What are all these different things that represent you? That is what a brand is. So learn about branding. Learn about marketing. Marketing is just basically storytelling. Okay? Storytelling. Listen about, understand what's going on with storytelling. You have to figure out how can you tell your story. Branding is figuring out who you are. Marketing is storytelling. How do you tell your story? The third part of that is sales. Okay, sales. You then have to sell something to somebody at some point, right? And the best way you're going to do that is to just start with your friends and family. Don't start with rappers on the internet. Don't start with people you don't know. Start with your friends and family. If you're already popping on the internet, you already got some followers, another best way to do that, hop on a super phone. It's called permissible marketing. Your people are allowing you to market to them. So they're saying, here, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to allow you to market to me. So boom, market to me. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it this way. You give them a phone number, right? They're allowing you to text them. That super phone, those types of things is another one. I think it's called Bloom. I'm going to have some free month, trial month things. I met the owner of it. He's like the competitor super phone, super dope, right? So branding is what is your story? What is your aesthetic? What are your colors? All that kind of stuff, right? Learn your brand. Who are you? What are you into? Me. My name is Ruslan, hip hop artist, creative entrepreneur. Those words mean something. I'm an immigrant. I'm a refugee, right? I am also into faith. I talk about God on this channel. I am into music marketing. I'm into finances. I'm into fitness. And I'm into shoes and sneaker culture, right? So those are things about me that people know that if they follow me, they'll know, oh, those are some things that Ruslan into. I like those things. I don't like those things. I'm not into gaming. I don't talk about gaming, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you about gaming because I'm not into gaming. I don't know anything about gaming. I'm not into trance music. I'm not into anime. I don't know those things. Those things are not a part of my brand. So you got to know who you are and who you aren't. You tell your story. How do you tell your story? What are ways you can tell your story? TikTok's a way you can tell your story. Instagram photos are a way you can tell your story. YouTube is a way you can tell your story. Twitch live streams is a way. So many different ways you can tell your story. Okay. So figure out what is your brand and then how can you tell your story? How can you tell your story? Then the third part of it, the equation is this is where a lot of people start to fall short. A lot of us are creatives. A lot of us don't want to think about money. A lot of us don't want to do the hard work of asking someone to finally support us. And so we get scared. Listen, every other year now, I do a big event in San Diego. Last year was the House of Blues. We did 500 tickets. You can watch the vlog. It's super lit. What people don't know about the House of Blues is 250 to 300 of those tickets, at least half, were personally sold by me to friends and family that I asked. I closed them. I sold them a ticket. And it's very much a personal, I need you to do this for me. There's no shame in that. I learned it in my network marketing days. It's a numbers game. You ask enough people to do something for you, enough people will say yes. You're just trying to get through the no to the yes. It's simple. That's what sales is, right? So there's a sales component. And every time I talk to rappers, I'm like, yo, you got to sell your hoodies. Oh, I need $10,000. I need to get some money. Okay, what's $10,000? It's this many hoodies because you can sell 400 hoodies and make $10,000. Why don't you sell 400 hoodies and make $10,000 instead of borrowing money or getting an investor or signing a trash record deal, right? You can do this stuff yourself. Do you know 400 people? Can you make a list of 100, right? It becomes a math game. You can't be afraid of the sales side. When your brand is strong and your storytelling is on point, the sales part becomes easy. Strong brand, strong storytelling, easy sales. That's what you want. But you can't be afraid to sell. Just gave you a really rough overview. There's probably dozens of books written about that. Know the difference. Okay. And the third part is start investing in yourself. Start investing in yourself. And there's multiple ways you could do that. You can invest in your equipment. You can invest in your production value. You can invest in photography. Your Instagram, your color schemes, your brand. You can invest in yourself. A lot of you guys are just honestly doing such a half-assed job throwing stuff together. And I actually, the link I got tagged in the other day, I clicked on it and I went to it and it was like a screen grab with horrible graphics. And I literally looked at it for 2.3 seconds and I exited out and I sent the dude a DM. And this is what sparked this video. I said, bro, don't do this. You're this is mad spammy. Don't tag me and stuff. I just I'm trying to help you guys. And not the people that are watching this. A lot of you guys are actually doing a fairly good job. So this isn't a knock, like guys like Prophet, Conscience, Charlene Nash. This is not a knock to some of you guys. I'm talking about some of the other people that aren't in the community. They're so afraid to invest in themselves. They're so afraid to spend a little bit of money to get a little bit of investment going in yourself. When I've been training, you guys know I'm into fitness. I'm on this journey to try to get into single digits body fat percentages. I'm trying to get super shredded. I am getting super shredded, not trying. I am doing it. And in that part, I signed up for, I've been going to the gym forever. I've been watching YouTube videos. I'm self-taught. A lot of it I learned myself, nutrition. But in December, guess what? I hired a coach. And I pay him. And it's a good amount of money. He trains with me twice a week, gives me nutritional advice. He's someone I can reach out to when I'm feeling tempted to eat something I shouldn't eat. It has been life-changing. Guess what? It required a sacrifice. It required an investment. You know what one of the biggest mistakes in hindsight I made about my career? In hindsight, you know what it was? Not hiring coaches earlier. Not hiring people that could coach me along, that could give me the encouragement, but also give me the very practical things. This coach of mine, he's about to be 50 this year. He looks incredible. You guys could see him on some of my videos. His name's Rich. He's been where I want to go. Don't hire coaches that haven't been where you want to go. Don't hire somebody to get you shredded that's never been shredded and they're walking around with a freaking dad bod and man boobs. Don't hire that guy. Hire somebody that's been where you want to go. You want to get to somewhere that you've never been. Hire someone that can help get you there. It's gonna cost you a little bit. And this is like if you have the money. Don't do it if you don't have the money. Don't go in debt. Don't be irresponsible. I hate all of that. But start investing in yourself. So when I have our Patreon, which is $7 a month, which is about to go up to $10 a month because I'm just like, yo, I'm just giving y'all too much game. There's too many collaborations and networking and good things happening behind the scenes. Cass is getting beat placements and all kinds of dope stuff is happening. Like, I'm going to up the price on some of this stuff. And the people that are locked in at the $5 and the $7 tiers, y'all going to stay there. But invest in yourself, man. You got guys like Curtis King who have online communities. You guys got like Brandman Sean has an online community. Invest in yourself. It might be a little bit or it might be a lot of it. I don't know. But don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money. I remember one of the best investments I ever made in myself as a musician is going to the NACA conference. I've talked about this on the channel before. NACA is the National Association for Campus Activities. It's where I do most of my shows from. It's where I make most of my show money. And it's me performing at different colleges. Well, in order to get into doing college shows, you got to pay to submit. You got to pay to showcase. You got to pay to have the booth fee. You got to pay to fly yourself out. And for the hotel, do the math on all that. There was a couple bands for me to get my foot in the door into NACA. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have anybody that wanted to represent me. Got my foot in the door, kept at it, spent thousands of dollars at it, and finally 3-4 years later we got an agent, so we cut back on some of those fees, and I did multiple showcase with the breaks. We did a 2011 showcase. We did 30 college shows at $2,500 a pop, right? Then in 2015, same thing with the Dream Junkies. We did like 35, 40 college shows at, I think it was like 4 bands, $3,500 a pop. That's what made me go full time. I wasn't afraid to invest in myself, right? I wasn't afraid to invest in myself. And so a lot of you guys want the team, you want the manager, you want the booking agent, but you're not investing in yourself. You're not sacrificing anything besides the art. And guess what? There's 1,000 rappers out there that are dope. There's 1,000 CHH artists that are dope. I mean, for goodness gracious, we get 50 submissions every single Friday night that are fire. 90% of them are really good. You have to be different. You have to separate yourself from everybody else. You have to be willing to put in your to not just put in the work on the creative side, to learn the branding, to learn how to build relationships that are mutually beneficial, where you guys add value to each other, to learn to invest in yourself, the right areas to invest in yourself, to be investing in your merchandise, the quality of your music, your mixing, right? All these different things. And eventually you will become profitable. And the team will gravitate towards you. Eventually, the right engineer will come to you. I put out a gang of music. I did a lot of work around San Diego. And guess what? I finally met Iman. Iman's mixing my music from now on. I don't plan on mixing Ruslan stuff anymore. Iman's doing it. Iman's not charging me $1 gajillion. Iman is willing to take a cut of the profit because he knows I'm profitable. Okay? Get profitable, and the team will come along. Start making money, start popping, and guess what? People will want to manage you. They'll want to sign you to their booking agencies. They'll want to be your manager. They'll want to sign you to their labels as you get more profitable. And then at that point, then you have more leverage. Then you can negotiate. Then you can say, you know what? That percentage isn't good enough. We're going to have to figure out the numbers again. That's what you want. That's what you want, right? So hopefully this was helpful. Briefly to recap, 3 things we need to stop doing. Stop only trying to network with artists that are vertically, that are more popping than you. Stop DMing people your links. It's not effective. And stop tagging people in your music. Stop doing that. 2020, cut it out. It's not going to work. You're coming off like a bozo. It's spammy. It's not cool. 3 things to start doing. Start collaborating with people who are your peers. Start networking with people that are your peers. There's a lot of good ones out there. Start learning the difference between branding, marketing, and sales. Learn what is your brand. How can you better storytell it through marketing? And how can you actually sell some stuff? Right? And I'm going to be doing more stuff on this channel and in the Patreon community on how to help you guys just to learn to sell stuff, because that's where the money happens, right? You could be an amazing brander, but if you're not selling anything, you're not going to make any money. So you got to learn the sales part. I know it's uncomfortable, right? Especially as us as creators, it's uncomfortable, right? And the third is start investing in yourself. So whether that's joining Brandman Sean's network or my Patreon community. Listen, I don't care. I'm not getting rich off Patreon. It's very nice. It's helpful. I love it. I really, really enjoy it. And a lot of that money I'm reinvesting back into the community and back into artists I'm going to work with. But guys, invest in yourself. It doesn't have to be with me. But you need to be doing it. All right? You need to be doing it. So What do you guys think about this video? Was it helpful? Did you find any value? If you did, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Half of y'all watching this aren't subscribed. What is you doing with your life? Hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section. Am I wilding? Am I disrespectful? Did I just say a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have said? Are you in your feelings right now? Honest, are you in your feelings right now? Some of y'all in the comment section, I could tell y'all in your feelings right now because you're like, oh, you hurt my feelings. I wish you. Let me know, man. Let me know. We can talk about it. I'll be in the comment section. I'll be chopping it up with you guys. I just had enough. And we got to do better, okay? Especially in CHH. Guys, it's 2020. We got to do better.